So it's still kind of surprising seeing that this collaboration even happened. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sneaker Circle. It's your boy Danny back with another review. And in today's video, we're going to cover one of the 3 colorways from Nike Air Max 95 and Corteiz Rules the World. In today's video, we are going to be going over the Gutta Greens, the olive colorway for the Air Max 95s that are magnificent. Probably one of my favorite releases this year. I'm going to talk more into it. Let me get these out the box and let's just head straight into it. All right, so Corteiz Rules the World. If you are unfamiliar with the brand, they've been around for a couple of years now. They've had insane marketing drops and just drops in general. It's mainly been closed from what I understand. I've never really been able to get any of their pieces before. It's very London based. It's very popular overseas. But I guess one of the most notable things that I've seen from them is the jacket exchange, the Volo program that they ran. So you would bring in a competitor's jacket, think of Nike, think of the North Face kind of tech jackets that came in, things that are really popular in London. And then they would give you their own jackets, which on paper, that's crazy because like you're getting rid of competitors, you're getting rid of competition, things like that, and replacing it with your own brand. That's crazy. And they're really known for drops like that. And this drop is basically the same thing. All of the releases that I've seen for all of the colorways have been crazy. Paris has been shut down. I've seen people in New York for the other colorway just going crazy in the streets. And like you kind of expect that from New York, even though Air Maxes aren't really as popular here as they are overseas. And it's just the whole setup is crazy, and it makes me really appreciate the thought and care that goes into these sneakers and like the whole concept behind them. So before I get too into the sneakers, I really want to take some time out and appreciate this box. So like I said, Corteiz or Corteiz Rules the World. It's CTZ RTW. Sometimes you see it abbreviated that way. Their logo is right here on the box, so you can kind of see it there with the swoosh. You also see it right here, Corteiz with the swoosh. It's wild seeing these older Air Max just boxes with a new label on it. I absolutely appreciate this. If you didn't know, in the early 2000s, 2010s, most Air Maxes and most Nike models came with this orange box, down to the star print and everything. It's so lovely to see. Again, it's wild seeing it with that new tag on it. I was not able to get these for retail. I had to buy them off a reseller, and unfortunately the reseller didn't give me all of the things that should have come with it. So I think it comes with a bag with their Corteiz logo on it, which is shown right here on the tongue. I guess we could just get into that early. Because like the box itself is crazy. Besides being that, he changed, or the brand changed everything on the inside as well. You get a lot of this camo print that features that logo. The logo is supposed to be the Alcatraz, like literally the silhouette of Alcatraz. And they managed to make it into a camo on the inside of the box. It's here. I have the receipt from the reseller in there, so I'm not gonna take that out. But I mean, like, it's wild for me to pay resale on any shoes realistically. And for some reason, this is that one pair that was like, I need to have at least one of the 3 colorways. And now that I finally have one of the 3 colorways, in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna try my best to get the other 2 to kind of like complete the pack. All right, so let's get box out of the way and let's get straight into the sneakers and a little bit more about the brand and why I think this release is crazy to see that it exists in general. So getting a little bit closer to the shoes themselves. I absolutely love these. The details on these are insane. So this is called or dubbed the Gutta Green colorway. It's basically an army camo all the way around, or army green is more realistic. You get shades of green throughout the entire one. This isn't black, it's like a deep dark green. I honestly love it. And then like going upwards, you kind of like get lighter tone by tone. So you have a dark green right here, you have more of an olive or pronounced olive. And right here, it's almost like a tan, maybe slight shades of green in it. It really engraves that aspect of like what the military tries to do about being utilitarian, being certain color shades. It's wonderful. On the inside right here, you do have this like woodland camo on the collar of the shoe on the inside. You have it one more time, except you also have Corteiz right there. I'm a big fan of anything that has mini swooshes, but normally 95s always have a mini swoosh like this. One thing I really appreciate is when you're looking at this sneaker, on the inside of the left shoe and the outside of the right shoe, you get the same mini swoosh in this really nice yellow that complements the green. Turn it around and then you have the Corteiz symbol. So let me show you what that looks like. It's really nicely stitched in and you get the star where the O should be. Super clean. In the air bubble, you get accents of yellow as well. So it's not like the yellow stands out by itself. This mesh really reminds me of kind of like nets. And I really do like that. You kind of see it in like, think of cargos, think of duffels or military gear. You have really like this net is very common there, and it's like it's the first thing that reminds me of it. And yo, it's great to see this because I feel like 95s don't get that much love in the collab space or the color working space as they used to. And I know Air Max 1s and Air Max 95s are insanely popular overseas, especially in London. So seeing the love that goes to these is very much appreciated. On this back section right here, this is all 3M. Under the Nike Air, you get these coordinates. This is actually where the drop took place. So here, let me show you on both. So here you should be able to see the coordinates. If you type in that and that, you should be able to get the exact place these dropped. Getting a little bit closer to the shoes themselves, that same dark leather that's on this whole under panel of the shoe runs up to the toe cap and comes up this way. It really does feel like the only hint of 3M is right here, which is really, really nice. Like it's a lot of 3M. Normally this parts would sometimes have 3M or the uppers themselves. So I feel like anytime you can give me a sneaker that, or at least specifically a 95, that doesn't have like nylon, doesn't have anything crazy, it's an all leather upper, I feel like it really complements the shoe and it makes it like pop off, if you know what I mean. Besides that, the tongue, here you go. You have that Alcatraz logo right there. It's that main Corteiz brand. The tongue is a little weird, like it has a little bit of cushioning up here, but then right here you get to this almost tumbled leather under the tongue. And the laces are actually really pleasant. I feel like they're a little bit thicker than the normal laces you would see on a pair of 95s. And then you have them kind of like this utility drawstring right here. So, I mean, you can take it off, you can leave it on. I'm personally probably gonna leave it on and just leave them unlaced like this. Because of the way 95s fit, they're a little bit snug compared to like what you're used to from 90s or Air Max 1s. If I were to rank it, Air Max 1s would be the most loose fitting. You have the tongue, you have the laces, and you have everything that can kind of like fit your foot right. 90s aren't as loose, they're a little more restrictive, they have more of a give to them, and then 95s come next, where those fit your foot a little bit better. Again, this is like technology from the 80s, 90s, so don't think they're the most comfortable. If you're used to the way Air feels, then you're gonna be real familiar with these brands. And it's wild to say that these were an Air Max month release, so they released in March, released in crazy ways, having people just flock over them. You're not seeing a lot of these here. You're not seeing a lot of content creators pick these up. Maybe it's not on their radar. Maybe they just don't like Air Maxes. But personally, these, as soon as I saw that they were releasing, I figured like I need these. So again, this is probably the first shoe I really pay resell for that was released this year. I don't know, it's weird. I'll pay resell on something that's a little bit older, maybe 5-6 years. I usually try to trade. In this case, I was able to pay some cash, give away some Supreme items to kind of like compensate, and I'm not mad at it. I got rid of things I don't wear, I got rid of things I've never worn, so I'm gonna dub this as a win. I insanely love these. I haven't done it in a sneaker review in a while, but I just love these so much. I want to kind of show them off a little bit more. Here's the back with that yellow swoosh, yellow air bubble, huge bubble on 95s. I've always loved it. They wear more like a boot in my opinion, but I'm not gonna get into that. Taking a look at that mesh system right there, the lacing details, like from the top, these are just so nice. That pop of yellow on the Corteiz symbol, Alcatraz right there. Whole inside, that's just woodland camo. You got Nike Air right there. All this is 3M, super buttery. Inside of the shoe with Corteiz. Let's give you a little look at Corteiz right there, two ways. So before I move on to the on foot portion, because I am throwing these on, if you're new to the channel, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about these, if they're on your radar. If you're from the UK, let me know how it was. Was it easy to grab? Was it not easy to grab? If you're from here in the States, let me know if these were even on your radar. Again, I feel like these are being slept on so hard here in the States. It's weird to say that when they're reselling, but there's just so many places that just don't have these, and they were just released so low key. Again, probably a huge contender for sneaker of the year for me, but I want all three in hand before I really make the decision, you know? Again, I'm rambling here. Let me just keep it moving. I'm gonna throw these on feet and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Be easy just in case you log off now for some reason. Peace, enjoy the on foot.